The global telecom industry is continually transforming due to ongoing developments and innovations. 5G trials and its deployment in the market will be a key focus area in the years to come. Businesses need to build a strong strategy for digital transformation to achieve their enterprise-wide goals. Our next session will focus on how decision makers are developing and implementing digital transformation strategies to attain profitable business growth. Please join me in welcoming Borje Ekholm, Global CEO, Ericsson.
Hello and good evening, best friends. First of all, thank you to the Economic Times for inviting me to this ET Global Town Hall event, which is now held virtually due to the pandemic, and that allows me to join you from my home as well. But this is just one proof point of the real importance of connectivity in today's day and age. Like most crises, this pandemic will just accelerate already ongoing changes. This time, it will accelerate digitalization and the move from offline to online. At Ericsson, aside from our critical teams of engineers and field staff who work to support the networks in field, we have migrated to work from home. So today, 85,000 of us, of my colleagues, actually work from our home, and we intend to do that for the rest of the year. A few years ago, remote working on this scale seemed virtually impossible. Now, we see that we can work from home without having any negative impact on productivity, and in some instances, even improve productivity. We don't know yet how this will impact the future office environment, but I am for sure happy I'm not in commercial real estate, because there will be changes. But now back to telecom. We have observed a considerable growth of data traffic during the COVID-19 crisis. Most operators reported 10 to 20% on average data growth. But maybe more importantly and more interestingly is the shift in traffic. We see more phone calls and longer duration of the phone calls. And we also see the uplink growing twice as fast as the downlink. All of these are indications that communication and collaboration is what is growing on the network. During lockdowns, we have also seen the average time spent on the mobile phone has increased globally by about an hour in average. But in India, it's growing 2.2 hours. And that to us indicates really the importance of the mobile networks for the Indian economy. The Digital India program, with its focus on empowerment, inclusion, and digital transformation, relies on connectivity as a foundation. Even during the COVID-19 pandemic, people in remote parts of India can make payments, receive payments, students can study online, patients can take teleconsultations, and workers can work remotely, just like the Ericsson colleagues. The world's mobile networks are proving yet again that they can deliver the performance and reliability to support the society in this hour of need. We at Ericsson, together with our customers, the service providers, are working hard to ensure that connectivity is always available, as well as helping societies and countries to return to normal as quickly as possible. Ericsson has been in India since 1903, and we've supported all mobile generations. We have witnessed a massive adoption of mobile technology in India, with 4G now clearly emerging as the dominant connectivity platform. Today, almost 50% of all mobile subscriptions in India are 4G, and 4G is now the platform for countless consumer smartphone services. With the benefits of 4G services being availed to consumers even in remote parts of India, we cannot underestimate the importance of broadband and connectivity towards the social and economic development of the country. The Indian government's Digital India program depends on mobile networks to deliver government services to its citizens. But the interesting part is that when 4G networks were first built some 10 years ago, the potential of 4G was not foreseen. Actually, many of our customers were looking for killer apps before they would start building the networks. But some front-runner operators and countries build networks ahead of identifying the killer app, giving entrepreneurs and innovators a platform to develop the app economy. Just look at some of the services that came with 4G, and I'm thinking about Uber, Netflix, social media, new payment systems, and e-commerce, just to mention a few. Countries that led the build-out of 4G globally, and I'm talking about China and the United States, came to dominate the app economy that run on top of the network. Actually, the value of the companies that run on top of the networks are multiples of the networks themselves. And the digital infrastructure here proved that it's one of the key drivers of the wealth and the economy in those countries. Now, take that and make it several times more sophisticated. More bandwidth, extremely low latency, plus the ability to slice networks and provide dedicated levels of reliability. Then just imagine what 5G can do. The past 6 to 8 years have been about massive data usage and follow with that a shift in consumer behavior. But the next decade will be about connecting everything that can be connected. I want to caution against searching for the killer app before building a 5G network. Because just like with 4G, the killer app will be innovated once the network is up and running. And countries that fall behind in building out the 5G infrastructure actually run the risk of hurting the competitiveness of the economy. 5G has already gone live in many markets around the world, and people are getting a first-hand experience of the technology. At Ericsson, we have deployed 54 live 5G networks, and we see a very rapid uptake of the services in those markets. For consumers, 5G means better performance, ultra-high speed and reliability. But more importantly, we see many more transformative use cases in critical IoT, where speed, latency, and security of the 5G network will be key. As in the case of 4G, 5G will offer significant advantages to early movers. And there is a merit in businesses and countries accelerating their move to 5G. India today has the highest data consumption per smartphone user per month compared to any other country in the world. 5G solutions are going to be required to manage the growing data traffic volumes in a way that's cost efficient, while ensuring that the networks deliver the performance needed and required for the Indian consumer. 5G will also enable India to unlock the potential of the fourth industrial revolution, and will be the foundation on which India can build further on its vision of a digital transformation journey and realize its Digital India vision. Across the digital economy, 5G networks will be as important for enterprises as 4G was indispensable for smartphone users. For many enterprises, the immediate value of 5G lies not primarily in high speed and low latency. Instead, it's reliability, real-time positioning, security, and privacy, often by means of network slicing, that matters the most. About a third of the enterprises already today see the communication service provider as important partner in the digitalization effort. Based on our research, we find that 70% of all enterprises want to engage with the service providers as digitalization transformation partners, beyond traditional telecom. Across 10 studied industries, we estimate that digitalization will generate an addressable opportunity of up to 35% on top of existing revenues. For Indian operators, the additional revenue beyond current revenue opportunity we estimate to be $17 billion by 2030. Industry 4.0 is an enormous step for industries and a huge leap for factories. We have adopted the benefits of 5G and digitalization in-house. In partnership with the Nordic operator Telia, we have brought automated guided vehicles, augmented reality, and a huge amount of sensors to our manufacturing facility in Tallinn in Estonia. And we do that via a dedicated cellular network. In the US, our first fully automated smart factory is powered by Ericsson 5G solutions tailored to the industrial environment. Fast and secure 5G connectivity will support agile operations and flexible production, enabling Industry 4.0. And 5G will touch many more industries beside manufacturing. For example, what is actually going to be the best doctor's office in the future? It will surely be your home. That gives the opportunity for many connected sensors, but also for remote diagnostics. As enterprises digitalize, there will be an increasing number of connected devices. By 2025, we estimate that there will be about 25 billion connected IoT devices and more than 5 billion devices using edge computing. And here, security will be critical. Communication service providers are ideally positioned to become security champions, thanks to their ability to provide the best possible foundation for secure network services and critical infrastructure. While the pandemic has raised the awareness about the value of connectivity, and thus the telecom networks, the critical role they play in providing security is often overlooked. The network platform has been carefully designed to ensure strong security for all connected use cases. In fact, the network platform is characterized by high end-to-end trustworthiness in all major dimensions: resilience, communication security, identity management, privacy, and security assurance. There is no doubt in my mind that the safest and most efficient way for enterprises to digitalize is by building on top of the secure network platform. 5G network platforms are based on recognized and proven 3GPP technology. They leverage new, standardized, innovative approaches such as network slicing and service-based architecture. As such, they provide the optimal foundation for secure network services and critical infrastructures. A good example of how the strength of different players can be used in the most effective way is Daimler's Factory 56. It's the world's first 5G-enabled automotive factory. All production systems and machines in this newly built Factory 56 will be connected and operated via a 5G dedicated private network. And that's built together by Ericsson and the operator Telefonica. Private 5G networks like this one are able to provide a high level of security due to the inherent strengths of the mobile networks in terms of strong authentication of connected clients, as well as encryption and integrity protection of data. Mobile connectivity does more than just support our current standards of living. It also provides a platform for economic growth. In research with Imperial College in London, we have shown the importance of mobile broadband to drive the economy. On average, a 10% increase in mobile broadband penetration actually generates 0.8% in additional growth. The payback from accelerating investments in the digital infrastructure is thus significant and fast. In the COVID-19 pandemic, the world depends on connectivity, and the existing network platform is demonstrating its value by providing a strong connectivity platform. As we look ahead, the need for secure, fully digital business is clear. Many countries would like to kickstart their economies with investments to drive new and future-looking innovation. The promise of 5G and Industry 4.0 includes creating jobs and improving and expanding the access to healthcare. It will also help to reduce carbon emissions, improve education, and raise the quality of life in cities around the world. Emerging technologies enabled by 5G will also be a fundamental means for industries, cities, and countries to reduce their carbon footprint exponentially. Therefore, it's really critical to encourage investments in the digital infrastructure as a way to restart the economies. Telecom networks are as important to countries as roads, airports, and ports. The ubiquitous connectivity provided by networks during this period of pandemic is just one testimony. 5G must thus be viewed as a critical national infrastructure by all governments, and governments can support the development and the deployment of the new technology with a number of different policies, ranging from funding 5G pilots to spectrum auctions.
Yeah, please,
So
you can re-record.
I start
Yeah,
again. We encourage India to prioritize actions to incentivize investments in the digital infrastructure, including making spectrum available and affordable on a speedy basis. India is already a frontrunner, as it has embarked on a digital transformation journey with the Digital India program. And I'm confident that 5G will provide the stimulus that will see the Indian economy become even more innovative and digitalized quickly. And thereby, that will create a significant economic value for the country. I would like to conclude by saying that at Ericsson, even as we enable Indian consumers to enjoy the benefits of 4G technology today, we are very firmly committed to support India in the 5G journey, and we can't wait for it to happen so the country can harvest the full potential of the 5G technology. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you.
That was an incredibly engaging session. It is completely true that telecom operators around the world are facing financial pressures due to shrinking profit margins and rising operating costs and investment demand. Please share your thoughts on this session because we'd be delighted to receive your feedback. See you on the other side.